Hey yo everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Green Lantern, issue number 3. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, last we left off on issue number 2, Sinestro basically had a proposition for Hal Jordan. He would fashion a new Green Lantern ring, basically a construct ring, for Hal Jordan to have. In turn, Hal Jordan would help Sinestro free his home planet that has been enslaved by his own Sinestro Corps. Awkward! In addition to that, the ring that Hal Jordan has cannot hurt Sinestro, and Sinestro can turn it on and off whenever he wants, because he's Sinestro and he's the man. Now we pick up on issue number 3. And in issue number 3, Sinestro and Hal kind of have a little bickering back and forth about who's the better Green Lantern, who's in the right, who's in the wrong, blah blah blah, the usual stuff that they bicker about. However, it takes a few turns here and there, particularly when Sinestro actually gives out a laugh and a chuckle. Hal Jordan agrees to help out Sinestro as long as he gets the chance to say goodbye to Carol Ferris. Sinestro basically flips him off and says, "No, you're going to have to help me out. What's more important, saying goodbye to the romance that you really never have work, or save my home planet?" So Hal Jordan agrees to help him out and to save his home planet. Upon going there, the plan was to wait for nightfall to happen, and when nightfall happens, Sinestro will do his part of the mission and Hal will do his. However, several monkey wrenches are thrown into the mix, for Sinestro and for Hal Jordan, both of them. Will Hal Jordan come out of this unscathed, or will he be betrayed by Sinestro? And is there more at stake for Sinestro than just his home world? It's going to have to read and see. So let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. The dialogue between Sinestro and Hal Jordan is great. These two are the perfect odd couple, and I've always liked Sinestro. I always found him to be fun and interesting character who wasn't necessarily evil but bad. He believes in the greater good and he takes it to a great extreme. He is Machiavellian to the nth power. But the bickering between the two of them are nice because in the end they have such a grudging mutual respect for each other. Hal Jordan is one of the only two people Sinestro ever has called a friend. With that said, the dialogue between the two is nice. By God, Sinestro is a badass with this ring. He tears through the Sinestro Corps like no tomorrow, and it is fun to watch. At one point, he makes a drill, and he just drills right through one of his former Sinestro Corps members. Well, he's definitely a former member now because he's dead. But pretty good action in this, and I do like how they portray Sinestro as being completely in control of his ring. And it's a really interesting twist ending, and I'm curious to see what happens with it. Bad. God, Geoff Johns, I feel like you're going through this route with the Guardians over and over and over again. You're only changing the tune slightly. He keeps on making the Guardians look like assholes. When will they learn? They're not learning. They're continuing being assholes. And it's not fun. In addition to that, I don't know if this makes sense, but I feel as though this is such a fast-paced comic that it feels as though not much happens, even though a lot does happen. Like, there's a good amount of dialogue exchange, but really, I could sum up this comic in a minute, and I think I did. I don't know, someone tell me how long it took me to sum up this comic, but the fact of the matter remains is, I think the pacing is a little too fast. It really actually comes down to how long of a story arc Geoff Johns wants to do with Sinestro with the ring. Is it one story arc? Is it two story arcs? Is it something that he might have permanent for the foreseeable future? We don't know, but the fact of the matter remains is it's a little too fast. Whether or not you should get it. Well, Green Lantern's comic for the past 2 months before this has been, for the most part, a good comic. I want to say issue 3 is a step up. It is much better than issue number 1 and 2. I'm going to actually say that despite its faults, it's close to 5 stars. 4.8. How about that? Just the fact that it was a little too fast for my liking, it's still a really good issue. And a contender for my Andrew Cutter pick of the week. It was fun, it was enjoyable, and I do recommend picking it up. I said this before about Green Lantern. I'm a little concerned on exactly where Geoff Johns is going to go with this comic. He's been on it so long. I kind of, as great as he is with Green Lantern, I'm kind of hoping for someone new, someone fresh, maybe to get a change up. And two, I mean, after the War of the Green Lanterns and the zombie apocalypse with the Black Lanterns, where do you go from here? So I'm curious to see what happens, but that's for a different time. That's for later. Let's not worry about that. What matters is this was a good issue, and you should pick it up. Plain, flat, and simple. This is Andrew saying, peace out for now.